The main thing that I want you to understand regarding transportation is that it is subordinate to the urban design. He's the urban designer, I'm the transportation person. He goes first and I go second, just like we're doing in this slide presentation. So he developed these spaces, a nice green here with townhouses facing the green and a single lane of traffic on each side of that, and you know, a lot of great features that create livability. And then after they do that, then we come in and say, well, it looks like you can do parking on both sides of the large blue street, the major arterial going through. This is narrow, so we park that one side, that's the green color. The pink color all in here is also parked one side with a very narrow right-of-way, because you don't want a lot of wide streets inside this more intimate part of the neighborhood. This is T5, this is T4. The orange streets are neighborhood type streets, again, with parking on both sides and two 8-foot lanes. And the purple up in the top edge represents alleyways. Alleyways are very important to great walkability, because then you put all of those big plastic trash barrels every Monday morning or Wednesday morning, and you put them in the alley. So a person that's walking along the street doesn't have that offensive aroma of all the trash collecting barrels. And that's just one aspect of the benefit of the alleys going in the back. So if you could go back to the town center that's on Warsaw. Could you go back about the Price Hill? Just with respect to the traffic engineering that has to happen, there's always going to be a balance between the livability and walkability and the ability to move automobiles through. And so each of us need to work as a team, both the engineering and the planning sides, to analyze the impact of greater walkability and how that detracts from the automobile ability to go through. So just this afternoon, we took 4 traffic signals along Warsaw for the PM peak hour travel going home, going to the west, and we analyzed it. We looked at the traffic signal timing. You have semi-actuated controllers on 60-second cycle lengths and 2 phases. You don't need to know that. I just wanted to say that, that's the science we deal with. But what we found out is just with a very quick analysis, and this has to be proven out with better information, but as a sketch plan, that quarter mile, three-quarters of a mile of Warsaw had an increase in 3/4 of a minute when you keep the parking there permanently. So instead of 2 lanes heading west for the travelers going beyond, you only had 1 single lane. So there's a single lane in each direction instead of a single lane eastbound and 2 lanes westbound, which you have today. So you do a road diet, or you leave the parking there permanently on both sides. 2 lanes in the middle, 1 lane westbound, 3/4 of a mile, 3/4 of a minute increase. So that's just one snapshot of the performance for the autos based on the greatly increased performance for the stores and the walkability. So we're going to propose procedures to do that for many of the other neighborhoods, and after we're all gone, your local staff will continue to do that to balance out the transportation and the livability.
Do you see where I couldn't answer all your questions?
Thank you very much.
45 seconds.